Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot and today we're going to do a head-to-head comparison between Marvy's Le Pen drawing fineliner pens basically and Micron pens. These are made by Sakura, I believe. Does it say on there somewhere? I think they're a Sakura brand. And I don't really have enough of them, but we're going to include Artline because I like Artline. They have these seem like they have the same nib, and we'll see during the comparison if they do. This has a different nib. It feels different, and I use it in different applications, but I really need to order more Artlines. These are basically, they say they're waterproof. I don't know what these said. If they said they're waterproof or water resistant. Artline says they're water resistant. So I feel like these are more water resistant than waterproof, I believe is the claim, but we'll see. Because when I've run water-based markers over them, they tend to get some black in your water-based markers sometimes, not all the time. And the same with alcohol markers. So we're gonna put them all to the test. We're gonna see. These are about on. I recently found them at JetPens for $2.50. I believe they're a little bit more at Blick, where you can buy them open stock. You can buy these open stock at JetPens. I don't know where else you can get them open stock. Maybe that's it. So these were $1.80, and these are probably the cheapest ones. I have a pack of these in my cart for, I think they're $10. I'm not sure. Now, the Le Pen, I have, now I didn't get, they have a .03, but that is just so tiny. I don't need anything that tiny. I barely ever use this tiny one, which is not going to focus, which is .05. So let's get it so the number shows. I've got a 1, a 3, a 5, an 8, and a brush pen, I think. I think the only one I'm missing from this was the .03, and like I said, I don't really need one that tiny. For my microns, oh, I do have one smaller than this in micron. I believe I have a .05. I don't have it out because I have this one out. But I've got a 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10. I think they also have a 12, if I'm not mistaken. I've got a brush, a graphic 1, 2, and a graphic 3. And I believe Artline just comes with numbers from 0.05 to maybe 8 or 10. I'm not sure, as I don't have them in front of me. So head-to-head comparison mostly to these two, but we're going to throw in Artline just for good measure to see the difference. We're going to do maybe a watercolor test, an alcohol marker test, and maybe a water-based marker test on top of them to see how they perform. All right, so I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. I'm going to move my lights because we're going to have to do that if we're going to do close-up stuff here. So let me rearrange that. Oh gosh, I don't know about that. Hopefully you can see okay. The camera doesn't know what to focus on yet. So, all right, let's just play with the Le Pens. Sorry, I'm molting. Oh my goodness, everything's everywhere. All right, so we'll say, oh wow. This is a little more juicy than I would say the Micron there, the brush pen. So we played with that there. Let's do, this is .05. Of course, it's going to be very, casting a shadow here. Maybe it was better far away. Oy, can we get you in closer? All right. This is a 0.5, so it's not going to have, it's for very tiny lines. And I don't even have the right glasses on to see. Let's fix that. Okay, there we go. The nib sure seems like these feel a little less These feel a little cheaper than the Microns. Like this one, I can feel jiggling inside. Yeah, I can feel jiggling inside this one too. This is a 0.1. It's still very small for tiny details. This is a what is it? 0.3. Getting more to the width that I use mostly. I'd say I use 3, 5, 3 and 5 probably, depending on when I'm drawing. This is a 5. Now, I don't know, for some reason these seem, the 3 seems bigger than the 3 over here and the 5 seems bigger, but we shall see. Like I said, I can feel something like moving inside there. It's probably the whatever the thing is that holds the ink. And this is a 0.8. Okay, and then we did the brush pen up there. All right, so we'll do the same thing over here. We'll do the brush pen up here. Now, this is my old brush pen. I've been using this a while. Maybe we'll do it with the new brush pen. This is Micron or Pigma, whatever they're going by. This brush pen is a little bit more thinner. I think this is the newer one. This one has a little bit more juice. I've been using this one a lot on my my black and white design things. All right, so we tested that one. So what do we got here? Like I said, they do have a 0.5. I don't have it out. This is this must be a 0.1, I think is the comparison. Okay. They seem about the same. This is a 0.2. Seems hardly different than the 0.1. Yeah, it doesn't really seem different at all. So like if you were just going to buy open stock, you probably wouldn't need to get a 2. Just get a 1 and a 3. So this 3 over here, these are brand new, and this is not brand new. So I don't know if that's it, but it seems a little thicker, or maybe a better way is a little juicier, but like I said, it's brand new and this one's not. Been using it a while. Same with my 5 here. Seems a little thinner. This is a little thicker. But brand new, not brand new, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. We have 0.8. This one hasn't been used a lot, and it does also seem a smidge thinner than this one. But like I said, this could be juicier and less juicy because not brand new. All right, we got a 10. I'm not sure how that would be written. Maybe that's a 1.0. I don't know. Yep, feels good. I've hardly used the 10, so it feels a little bit juicy. It does feel more juicy than this. So, having said that, these would probably be close enough to the same that it might be a good dupe. We shall see. We tested the brush already. Let's test the graphic one. I've been using this graphic. This is a G1. It is not new. And it's running out. Let me see. Do I have my new graphic over here? Ah, yeah. That's juicier. It feels blacker. Okay. That's why I had to get new pens, because I've been using them a lot. Let's try the graphic 2. I haven't even tried this yet, so this is it's a calligraphy pen. I was looking for something that would cover big spaces, and yeah, that's probably going to work. I don't really want to do any calligraphy. I used to have a part-time job doing calligraphy in college. Little known fact. I used to do people's invitations. I think I charged, I can't remember, I want to say I charged 50 cents an invitation or something. Yeah, those are going to work out good, I think, for covering bigger spaces for my design stuff. All right, and let's do the the two sad little art line pins that I have. This is the biggest one. This is the 0.2. So, oh, and these are dried out. Art line. Oh no, this is 0.2. And yeah, need to get some more of these. But these have a totally different nib. It looks kind of the same, but it feels drastically different. And sometimes I want this nib and sometimes I want this nib. Although, and we're going backwards here. This is 0.05. Oh yeah. Well, the 0.05 is doing better than the 0.2 because it has more ink in it. Okay. I don't know how we're going to get a good test out of this. Let me try to get... Oh, this one drying out too. Oh no. The art lines are in a sad situation. Oh, and I have to do several tests too. Okay. All right. Hold on. What did I say we're doing? 3 tests? Maybe watercolor. Or maybe just water. Water-based markers and alcohol markers. Boy. Okay. Now, I'm going to go away and I'm going to let these dry for, we'll say, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours whenever I come back to do the test. And we'll just kind of go over them with some of those things we talked about and see how they perform. All right, so it'll be a while for me, but it'll be like half a second for you. See you in a second. Okay, we're back. So while I was away, and I was away about an hour and 45 minutes, so that's how long they've been drying. I did some research. Microns are the only ones that claim to be archival, so if that's important to you, then you might want to go with those. The Le Pens, both the Micron and the Le Pens say they're waterproof, whereas art liners say only that they're water resistant. This said it was pigment-based ink, and I believe this said it was water-based ink, and I think these are water-based ink too, but less certain about those. Although, I don't know what the difference is between pigment-based ink and water-based ink. I have no idea what the difference would be. So, that's about all I could find out. I tried to look to figure out if there was more or less ink. It only gave the weight of the pen. This one weighed less, but I mean, it's smaller. And this one weighed more. So I don't think it has anything to do with more or less ink. I think possibly, well, I don't know. I was going to say maybe they're all made in Japan, but I don't really know. I can't verify that. So don't quote me on that. But that's what I was able to find out. So let's do our tests. I've got an Ahuhu alcohol marker. I've got a Tombow water-based marker. And then we're going to get some water and do the test. We'll do that first, I guess. I find that I'm not sure about the water-based markers, but it seems like the Microns have been running lately. Doesn't seem like they used to do that, but I don't know when I use the alcohol marker. So let's do a test on all of these things. We got water here. They don't seem to be running under the water. Now, of course, the more you scratch at it, the more it's going to do. Even the art line didn't seem to run under the water, so good job there. All right, so probably I tried to pick 2 markers that were close in color to do the test. So we're going to do Tombow water-based marker. That smeared a little bit. And that smeared quite a bit. And that smeared as well. I'll show you close up for that one. We got some streaking. This one streaked less than this one. That's the Le Pen, that's the Micron. That one's so tiny. Oh, and you're blurry, sorry. There we go. This one, it's hard to tell, but I'd say it's at least as much as that one. All right, the alcohol marker test. There seems to be maybe a little bleed there. Not there. But I do know that when I've been working with the microns and the alcohol markers, I have been, like, there's some streaking right there. I have been getting some streaking now and again. It's not a lot, but it is a little. You can see some streaking there. And the streaking there on the art line is faint. Let's try that again. It's faint, but this was worse up here. Although that was more ink there, so I don't know. And just a smidge of streaking. So gosh, in our test, the Le Pen, I think, outperformed the Micron. I mean, now this is not a lot of use, but time will tell. And we don't know things like how long these last compared to how long these last, compared to how long those last. But as I use them over the months, it will be interesting to see how they perform. All right, so there we have it. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.